Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much. Today we are going to finally test out our Naniwa Diamond resin stones. Um, this one here is the 600 grit. Again, in a brief review or unboxing video, it's got a real thick diamond plate and then maybe about a millimeter worth of diamond resin, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it's super slow wearing. They even give you like a cleaning or like Nagura stone that you abrade the stone with for cleaning purposes, and because it's for all intents and purposes gonna stay flat, true and flat. That's really significant that there is only about a millimeter worth of material here. So only time will tell, but my experience knowing Naniwa and how these other stones operate and function, I feel like this is going to be thick enough for a lifetime. I don't anticipate it wearing so much that you would need to replace it in your lifetime. So I could be wrong, but maybe I'll be wrong in 30 years. We'll find out. So we've got the 600. I'm going to start with just a Wusthof kitchen knife. This has an HRC in the mid 50s. Just a steak knife here on the 600. So let's come on over here, wet it up. You could do this dry as well, but these stones do an awesome job. They have like one of the best interactions with liquid of the diamond stones that I've tested. They hold it so much like a ceramic, where it's porous and you can see in the corner it's soaked in, but it'll hold liquid, especially my solution here, which is about now it's about a 30%, 40% propylene glycol and water mixture, and it works so well with these stones. So let's get to the sharpening. So this is the 600 grit, remember. And this is a pretty dull steak knife. It gets regular kitchen use. But the impressive thing with the diamond stones, the reason that you would want to transition from a ceramic or a natural stone to a diamond stone is because of some of the newer steels that are available. What are known as super steels or powdered steels. Steels like MagnaCut, or is this a MagnaCut? This Kershaw, I think this one's MagnaCut. Yes. They aren't going to really sharpen well at all on a ceramic stone. Boy, that cuts metal really, really nicely. But the diamond stones cut the super steels and powdered steels no problem. I gotta say, after using, so right now I own the 600, the Naniwa 600, the 1000, the 3000, and the 6000 diamond sharpening stones like this. And these are my favorite right now. I am declaring these so far my favorite. They're right there with the Veneve in terms of their capability. What I like about the Naniwa a little bit better is I do prefer a single-sided stone over a dual-sided stone like the Veneve. I prefer going with, I prefer the grit. Chart or the grit rating that Naniwa gives you, Naniwa provides. So Veneve has the F 400 or the F 800 or 1200 or 240. Those are in the F designations for their grit level or their abrasive, the coarseness of the abrasives. Naniwa, I'll need to check if they use JIS or if where they fall on my chart, but we're gonna switch to the 1000 now, and so this is the 600. Here's the 1000. It's a lighter green, still about a mil thick in terms of, let me see if I can get it to focus there, in terms of how thick the sharpening layer is. And if you notice, I took out my Shapton base, but these fit in there fine. They fit in the Shapton base. They're 8 inches by 3 inches approximately, and they fit right in here. There's almost no slop. So if you've got, if you're curious about the size of these Naniwa Diamond Stones, and you have a Shapton holder like I do, they fit in there really well. So what else do I like more about the Naniwa? So far I said I like a one-sided stone. The prices, depending on where you get them from, I've got links below to the Naniwa Diamond Stones where I got them on Amazon. And as of when I bought them, these are not that expensive. They're actually cheaper than the Veneve two-sided stone. Depending on where you go online, if you look for the Naniwa, there's not a ton of places that have it, but that have these stones, but I've seen them almost double, triple the price that I got them on Amazon from one site that I like a lot. but the prices are really high. But these are really, really good stones. I do like how this absorbs your sharpening fluid, your lapping fluid. So if you use just water or you use a mixture, these plates hold it. You don't need a lot, which is great. You don't have to soak them. These are splash and go plates, but they hold that lapping fluid awesome. And you don't have to reapply it. And I think that's actually partially because of how thin the sharpening resin is. Once it absorbs through that 1 mil, I'm going to call it, that 1 millimeter, it hits a steel plate and then either has to run out the sides and drip down the sides, which it doesn't really do because it's flat, or it stays near the surface of the stone. So it works really well at creating, I won't call it a slurry because it's not like it's a ceramic stone and you're getting all of the ceramic resin. You're not getting a bunch of diamond resin, but it holds the metal shavings really well. So I'm going to keep on sharpening this side. I'm going to over sharpen this side, and hopefully you can start to see. What I'm trying to do is remove enough metal so that the camera can pick up what I'm talking about. So you can see that where I'm sharpening here in the back, this part here, as I go past it, it gets a little bit drier, and then there's a pocket of liquid there. And hopefully you can see the darkness in there, and that's all the metal shavings. So what I'm doing, there's still some shavings down here too from my pull stroke. But as I push this forward, I'm leaving metal and leaving metal at both ends, and the middle of the stone stays primarily clean. So you can see down here I've got a dark puddle, and up top I have a dark puddle, and that's got the metal shavings. And that's something that I didn't experience quite to this degree with the Naniwa stones. So the Naniwa stones are still, they're my second favorite, and these are probably 1A and those are 1B, and I'll continue to use them. But I am thoroughly impressed with these Naniwa sharpening stones. So we're going to take this and we're going to reduce the burr on this. And then we're going to dry off the stone. They dry off really well too. They clean up really well. I'm just using a microfiber. So we're done with the 1,000. We're going to step up to the 3,000 stone. Okay, we're going to the 3,000 right here. We'll put the 1,000 away. Lock the 3,000 in. Give it a spritz. And I can tell you, I'll do another video of it cutting a different knife, steel, like a magna cut. I was trying to find another knife that I had that was either magna cut or M390 or M4 that needed to be sharpened, but I don't have too many. I could do this this Kershaw live wire in a video, but it's not dull, which is the beauty of those metals, is that they stay they stay sharp for a long time, so you don't have to sharpen them all the time. But I have sharpened a magna cut knife on here, and it was cutting the metal with no problem at all. So here's the 3000. And so one of the other things that I really like about the Naniwas, these diamond stones, is the consistency from one stone to the next. Now, other than color, there isn't a drastic change in the feedback that you're gonna feel from switching stones like you would on some of the other stones I've reviewed. These feel so much like a ceramic. It's incredible. And so if I were, let's say I'm not a complete beginner, but I've got maybe a Kuramaku 400, 500, 600 grit stone, somewhere in there, and I'm thinking of adding a 600, 1,000, even a 3,000 grit diamond stone, I'm going 100% with these Naniwa Diamond Stones. 100%. Powdered metals. These Naniwa stones they're incredible. I would definitely go with these and start with one. One thing I will also say is my collection did not build itself overnight. This is over about a decade now that I've been buying and collecting sharpening stones and testing everything out there. Not everything, but the more mainstream things that are out there, I have been testing. So I am definitely a fan of these Naniwa stones. So this is the 3000 here. Kind of a teal color. And then this is the 6000. You can see it there. 6000, kind of a taupe or a tan color. And so the last thing that I will kind of discuss in this video is, well, which stones to go with. So as I mentioned, I've got the link below. I've got links below I have links below for the 4 stones that I own. And these prices, if it's under $150 for each of these stones, those are going to be good pricing. That's good pricing. As I said, there is a website that I do respect and like and purchase from that has these stones, all of them available. However, they're in stock. The price is double or triple what I paid on Amazon. So now one of the other things to discuss is this stone series comes in a 400 grit. It comes in a 600 grit, which I have. It comes in an 800 grit, and it comes in 1,000 grit. It comes in a 3,000 grit and a 6,000 grit. So I own 4 of the 6 grit grits that it comes in. Do you need the 400 if you have the 600? No. Do you need the 800? Like I could get the 800 for a decent price, but going from say a 600 to a 1,000, you don't need the 800, in my opinion. 600 to 1,000 is a very accomplishable jump in grit. But if you have to have them all, like maybe I will have to have them all, I'm not sure yet, then those are the different variations out there. It's also difficult to find a 6,000 grit diamond lapping plate. Many diamond sharpening stones or plates out there stop around 1,000 or 1,200. So the fact that Naniwa has not only the 1,000, but then a 3,000 and the 6,000, that's incredible. That's why I do recommend this, because it has the entire sharpening series. This will sharpen any blade, any knife, that any other 8x3 stone would be capable of sharpening. So if you're looking to up your game, this is my number 1 recommendation. I can't really speak any more highly of this. I do want to dry this off, show you the blade. I'm going to strop it here real quick. And show you how it cuts. But I paid more for the Veneve stones. They're a little bit, these are more than the Atoma stones, but when I compare these, and I'll do comparison videos of this versus some of the other stones, but when I compare these stones mentally against all the other stones that I have, these don't have any negative flaws. Like I can point out a flaw in the Atoma. I can point out flaws in the Nanohone. I can point out flaws in the Veneve, even though they're very minor. And the only flaw that I can point out that I can't even state as a flaw is the thinness of the sharpening resin. It is 1 millimeter, but this is the knife. Take a look at the bevel that I just put on there. See if we can get some light play on it, light to bounce off of it. All right, let's check. I just stropped this, so let's check our heel to toe, or heel to mid. Well, that was pretty much toe there. This is newspaper that we're cutting. So it's nice and sharp. I am happy with this. If there's other diamond stones I haven't mentioned, leave them in the comments below. I'm on a quest to find the best of the best, and so far I can't speak more highly of these Naniwa stones. I'm not sponsored by anybody. These stones were purchased by me at the links below. Those are affiliate links. And if you do make a purchase of those, that will help me out, and every bit of it would go right back into this channel. It's not cheap hosting a channel like this independently on your own, but I enjoy doing it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share, subscribe, like this, and let your friends know. If you have other stone recommendations out there that I didn't cover or mention in this video, go ahead and put them in the comments below as well. I look forward to reading your comments and replying. So keep up the great work. Thank you so much for watching again. Damn for all out.